Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here, and welcome to another Nikke video. So the CN, the Chinese players of Nikke, has sent a Japanese truck to the Korean headquarters of Shiftup, the makers of Nikke. And honestly, yes, that's right. I'm not joking. It's not April Fools. This is what happened. And let's take a deep dive into why the treasure system caused so much debate, and we also have the information from the Korean forums discussing this, along with the organizers of the protest kind of explaining their action, and it's absolutely, in my opinion, a bit ridiculous. So you can see, I'll go over all of this, but let's take us all the way back to the introduction of the treasure system. This was, I think, exactly a month ago, with the dev note announcing the introduction of a potential treasure system where after a character, so the base copy, is able to achieve limit break, so 3 more copies, 4 in total, they will be able to get new illustrations and exclusive story episodes to upgrade their character stats, and most importantly, upgrade some of their skills to hopefully allow some of the older Nikkes like Frima and Lapchan here to chase up to the current new meta. Now, it was not that well received. People were saying, does that mean it's going to be a bit more pay to win because you have to obtain 4 copies of the unit? Or are you going to hide certain mechanics behind the release of the treasure system for new characters, so you're forced to pull multiple copies? Well, in the subsequent dev note, and also in this one, they mentioned that the new treasure system is basically made to allow older Nikkes to catch up. So these old Frima, Lapchan, in this sense, they're not really used at all anymore, and hopefully the new treasure system will give them the additional stats and skill upgrade they need to catch up to the current meta, because we all love our waifus and no one wants to bench them, right? to be oh my god. Anyhow, but yeah, people were not that happy. They've shared their feedback in the surveys, and in the most recent dev note, Shiftup did say we will reduce the treasure system requirement from 1 copy plus 3 dupes down to 1 copy plus 2 dupes with the bond level 30. And on top of that, every time a treasure system is announced, you'll have a 2-month window where the dupes will be exchangeable in shop with the silver mileage, as well as the base copy being exchangeable in the golden mileage shop. So with that introduced, people are saying, you know what, it's fine, it's gonna be cheaper to exchange, it will be finally upgraded, and the shop will be finally updated to include those Nikkei, so it's not that big of a problem. And it's going to be older Nikkes to start off, so they're not going to have new pilgrims, new collabs, new limited units right off the bat be released with the treasure system, and only 1 Nikke treasure will be released every 2 months after the initial patch. So yeah, it all looks fine and dandy, but the CM bros, oh my god, they are not happy at all. They sent this truck, they've organized it for quite a while, and let's take a look. This is a Korean forum, but we'll see what the organizers of the protest said, basically. They're saying that they're CN players that love the game. Mind you, there isn't even a CN server, so they're forced to play either on the Taiwan, Hong Kong server, or they're forced to use VPN to play on the JP server. So there isn't a native CN server available for them to play. There were some debates about the game releasing a different version in CN, but you know what, I haven't seen any concrete proof. And the protest is apparently coming from a group of 300 people, ranging from mega whales to small dolphins, and yeah, they talked about it. Currently, the game does not have a CN server, but there are mega whales in the JP server, and yes, that's true, we also have mega whales in the global and the NA server. So yeah, that I don't doubt. And of course, they amassed $1,000 worth of crowdfunding within 4 days, and was able to, within 1 hour crowdfunding, after 4 days of preparation, they were able to raise $1,000 to send this truck. And for some reason, the Korean truck company communicated in Japanese with the CN company. So that's where the original CN, Korean, and Japanese multi-language protest came about. Because the truck was sent, you can see the image, it was sent in Japanese, but there's Chinese as well. So it rotates between Chinese, Japanese, as well as Korean text, basically making sure that everyone involved in Shiftup is able to read this message. And they also want to say that in this component, okay, so there was a that was the initial post. I'll close this. That was the initial post about sending the truck, and then there was a rebuttal from the Korean forums, and this is apparently a Chinese Nikke player, and they're saying that these Chinese players that sent the truck do not represent all of the Chinese players, and you know, they're not that overly concerned about the treasure system, and that the fact that the trucks were sent are, you know, some extreme cases, and people are just a bit too intense in terms of having a knee-jerk reaction to the treasure system, because the dev note got released and they addressed a lot of concerns, and players are overall quite happy with what was announced. So that was kind of the rebuttal here, again, translated in multiple different languages. And then the protest organizers clapped back by saying that, yo, we surveyed the CN players on their local forum, and 80% of the players supported the truck protest. My goodness, 80% of CN players apparently on the forum supported the truck protest. I'm gonna say that this is due to the fact that this whole thing was organized prior to the latest dev note announcing the changes to the treasure system, and also the fact that the forum they're talking about is the NGA forum, and it's a lot more extreme and polarized in terms of opinions on that forum. But anyhow, they said that they were able to raise the fund really quickly. That's why, you know, people that cared a lot about this. And the initiator, so I guess the person who organized this, is a new player. The new player that started in January of this year of 2024, and is an ordinary college student. So someone started in January, so 3 months ago, has started organized this protest. And also the team, I guess, behind the organization of the truck protest also includes players with with levels over 460. So must be somewhat of a whale, because 460 is definitely not your average level at its current moment, and also on average each team member's level is above 250. Okay, so I mean, right now I think most free-to-play players should be sitting around at least 300 level. So if the average is 250, despite having level 460 whales on the team, it seems like they're just mostly newer players. And they're saying that, you know, we're speaking for the players, because yeah, we don't want this pay to win concept to be installed, and they did talk about it. You know, despite Shiftup dev note saying that it will be 2 stars instead of 3 stars, so no longer needing to max limit break, why not just introduce the system and cancel the condition of requiring max limit breaking at all? I mean, yeah, I kind of do agree with that. They can just make it so that all the units are able to obtain treasures and you don't have to max limit break them. However, I do think that you know, having exclusive equipments behind upgraded Nikkes does give you that feeling of, you know, my Nikkes are getting stronger, I'm going to exchange those copies, and the max limit broken Nikkes will have better stats, and now unlocking the treasure after max limit break feels a lot more rewarding, because otherwise you just have a treasure system that should have been released with the kit, in my opinion. But reasonable in this regard. I'm not sure about the you know, the first part, being a new player, and then the team's average of the protest being 250. Yeah, but anyhow, this is kind of what transpired and why people are so upset in CN, which they don't have access to in for the game. But yes, Chinese players sent a Japanese truck to Korea. We're truly international over here. But anyhow, this is the debacle. Let me know your thoughts of what you think about the treasure system, because I know a lot of people previously didn't know what the treasure system is, so I'm going to explain that in the video. Hopefully you understand how it works now. And yes, if it were you, would you send a truck to Shiftup to let them know that you're not happy with the amount of dupes required to unlock your Nikke's potential? Anyhow, it's TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye now.